Right, we're here at the outside of the site. We've just climbed over a fence to get out. This is a really interesting bit too, because if you look down, this is the branch line that used to go to the Melton, and it's actually still in use. It goes to Newton Junction in Ayr, right to Penavini open cast site in the Melton, the inn I was mentioning earlier. It's that wagon we seen earlier, that used to be the type of wagon they used in this route. And as you see here on this road, this used to be a railway. And through the furnaces here, the iron furnaces, the byproduct to the whole iron making process was called slag. And that slag was taken out the furnaces, loaded onto wagons and taken along the railway that used to be here. It was taken all the way along here. And it was put there. You see that's called the slag bin, and it used to be twice the size of that, but that's all the waste for the ironworks from about 1848 to 1821, just to the edge here. Most of it was took away and used for the Ayr to Westwood bypass, so that's how it is, a bit weirder than it used to be. If you look here, there's a lot of canal stains and everything, and the reason that was here is because the bridge just didn't used to finish here. There used to be another bit that went right across there, so trains could go to the furnaces there, just behind you, right across the road that's underneath there, and they would dump their load just there, and that's, like I say, decades upon decades of byproducts for the iron making process. And if you've ever been across there, and it's quite interesting, I don't know if we'll have time to go the other day, but you can actually still smell sulphur and other kind of chemicals for the iron making process, and it's quite a really secluded place, interesting. And if you look close, that's the road that goes to Ayr, and it goes right through Patna, Melton, and it finishes up Castle Douglas, so it's quite a long road. Up here, that's the offices, the ironworks that was built when they were opened, but they were used right up to the 1980s. This was the base of the Ayrshire National Coal Board area, and all their activities were planned for there. An extension was built on later because it was that busy. As I said, it used to be a heritage site quite recent, to maybe 2005 or something, but it's really run down now. Oh, this used to be perfect. There's the whole site there, that's what it looks like. That would have been a lot of activity going there. Bricks ready to be delivered and everything. There's where the blast furnaces were, that's where we were a wee while ago. Well, where we are at the moment, if you look here, this is what is now a path. This used to be a railway taking all the iron ore to the furnaces, where the top of which is just along here, and if you turn to your left, this railway up here, so there was two railways parallel running to each other. That was linked to the Craigton mine and then to the mines in the Melton. So this one down here was for iron working, while this one up here was for mining. We'll just head up here. We're going a single track wheel railway. And up this road here, where we're going, is the route that takes you to the manager's house, the manager of the ironworks. The place itself is called Doon. It means above the dune. And it is really high up. And as you can see, it's quite mucky today. So we better watch, don't slide. Coming up to Doon here. There we are. It's a fair size, not the biggest in these luxurious captains of industry would have had in this period. All this area surrounded here, all this was gardens. They used to have competitions for flower competitions and everything. You might get a look in if you come up here. There we go, that looks good. Good looking there, and you see a bath in there. That's where he would have bathed, more than likely, the manager of the ironworks. Right, that's these luxurious surroundings. Everybody else lived in poverty. Bedrooms and probably parlour for visitors and everything that would be. And this is probably the servants' quarters. And this is just the wee rooms. This is probably where all the helpers and everything stayed. And I think we can actually see in. There we go. Alright, we'll have a look in there. It seems that it actually seems quite in good condition. I think there's been work done in here and folk have been using it maybe as a hideout. But this is where the servants would have lived during their time serving the manager of the ironworks. And as I said, all this would be quite ornate gardens and everything. Table in there and everything. That would have been probably shunky. If you don't care what that means, it means toilet. That would have been shunky. As I was saying, it's called Doon, that means above the dune. And it's not that clear, but you can see all the hills. That's how it's called the Doon Valley, because there's hills and then there's the valley in between. And probably if all these trees weren't there, you could see the river, but unfortunately you can't. If you move out here, you'll see maybe the farmhouses and everything like that. It's quite a steep place to live. I couldn't imagine living there. Right, that's us out of the village. Well, this is out of the works, but this is the village of Waterside itself we're in now, and we're going to round it off by showing you this, which used to be the general store for the whole village. The village of about 2,000 population at one time. There's hardly anybody here now. and it was a bar, as you can see there, right up to maybe the early 90s or something. It had been lying derelict for a few years, and if you turn round here, this used to be the station for Waterside village on the railway line for Ayr to the Melton. And we'll show you. Come round here. There actually somebody used to be living up there. It used to actually be a flat, probably for the station master and his family. There we go. That would have been the platform, and there's probably two platforms at one time. One at the other side and one at this side, and there'd be a double track go along here. There's no way you can get in here these days. Just checking, no, there's no way you can get in. There we go. At one time this is where you would have got the train to Ayr or down to the Melton, depending on what way you were going. So we're going to round it off there, and we're going to wait for the next train to come along to take us back to Ayr. Whenever that will be, I don't know. So we might be a wee while till we see you again, because we'll probably be still waiting at this platform. Cheerio.